Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to say Barakatah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, salutations to all of the sincere Akim worldwide. For the purpose of this sit down, I'm just going to touch on the fact that the Most High is plaguing Babylon with all sorts of natural disasters. As you can see here, the title reads on Sky News' website, flooding as Hurricane Nate makes second landfall in Mississippi. The United States of America, when you read in Revelations, is known as the daughter of Babylon. What does the word Babylon mean? The word Babylon comes from the Hebrew word Babal, which means confusion. America is the land of confusion, and it's referred to as the daughter of Babylon because it emulates all of the ancient philosophies of ancient Babylon. They take on all of the ancient philosophies of worshipping Nimrod and Semiramis. They renamed it Christianity. They use the ancient Egyptian symbol, which comes from Babylon, the obelisk. One of the monuments in the Washington, D.C. district is an obelisk. You know, they got the pyramid, man, going back to Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz again through the Egyptians on their dollar bill. They emulate the entire beliefs of Babylon and America, man. And that's why Yahweh is plaguing them with all of these natural disasters. Now, I don't really need to go through this whole article. It's just reiterating that there's yet another hurricane going through and rampaging through America. This one is known as Hurricane Nate, and it says Hurricane Nate has made landfall for the second time along the U.S. Gulf Coast, causing flooding in Mississippi and Alabama. And it's not only Mississippi and Alabama is going to go through. This map here shows the expected trajectory of the hurricane, and as you can see, the highlighted bit in yellow is where it currently is at, Mississippi and Alabama, and it's expected to go rampaging through the East Coast almost at a 90-degree angle all the way through Pennsylvania. I'm not sure what all of the states are, but all the way through Pennsylvania, as you can see, straight all the way down into New York, man. Yeah, what's it called, New Jersey, and all of it. That hurricane is going to cause mass havoc in America, man. Already in Mississippi, yeah, and Alabama, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people having to evacuate their homes, and this is just a light affliction compared to what's going to come, because Yahweh is going to bring hell upon Babylon, man. Real hell upon Babylon. But what's happening now is that this martial law is going to be ushered in not only through the race riots, not only through the the uneasiness amongst the people, but also these so-called natural disasters, which the so-called white man Esau also has a hand in, man. Because you got to do research into his technologies. The scriptures say we are not ignorant to Satan's devices, and now we're aware that the so-called white man has a piece of technology known as HAARP, man. And a HAARP is basically a weather controlling tool where they can make earthquakes out of nothing, hurricanes, tsunamis, etc., whatever the hell have you. Now you might ask, why would the elites attack America? Because America is nothing but an experiment ground for them, man. Really and truly, the elites want to destroy America because America is nothing but I would liken it onto a lab experiment, man. They've literally just conducted America as a wicked lab experiment, and really America's past its time. America's costing them more money than it's making them, and it's about time that they destroy that place, man. But it's the spirit of Yahweh that's putting it in them to do that, and one of the ways they're doing that is through these natural disasters, well, so-called natural disasters that they create. Now, I'm not really going to go through the whole article because I want to make this quick, but as you can see, people are homeless, people are evacuating their homes, people are having to, reevaluate their whole lives, man. And these Babylonians, they thought America was safe. They thought America was a safe haven, whereby no trouble would ever come by and encompass them. But as you can see, man, America is nothing but a third world country that doesn't know it's a third world yet. And Yahweh Shai, man, is putting it in the minds of these elites to do what they're doing. But whether they be natural disasters or created by Esau, it's all ordained by Yahweh Shai. Job 12:16 tells you the deceived and the deceiver are his. Proverbs 16:4 will let you know that the Most High hath created all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. Now, if you read Matthew 24:7 on down, it reads, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom," speaking about race riots, "and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Hey, is there not a massive famine in South America still to this day, going back to when Venezuela was feeling it, some of these other South American countries? Pestilences and earthquakes, there's all kind of earthquakes. Every other day there's an earthquake, man. There's been thousands of earthquakes for the 2017 year, man. even if you account small tremors all the way up to category 10s, you know, earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. And hey, these people, man, these people are already sorrowful as it is. But I'm telling you, man, when you're homeless and you have nothing to your name, that's a new level of low, man. And these people are going to feel that. You know, these people in Alabama and Mississippi, man, they're feeling the hell right now. Because I guarantee you these people thought that this would never come to them. And now they're out there carrying their clothes in trash bags, you know, as vagabonds, literally looking for a place to sleep. It's that real, man. Shit can change in this society in a minute. That's why Yahweh Shai said, store for yourselves treasures in heaven, man, where moth and rust doth not corrupt, you know, and thieves do not break in and steal. Because your shit could be gone in an instant. An earthquake could happen, your house could fall flat and then you're fucked, you know. If you ain't got insurance on your stuff, you know. But to stick to the point, man, these natural disasters, man, are all ordained, whether they be natural through Yahweh Shai's will, or whether they be through the so-called white man, man. Yahweh Shai has put it in the mind of the so-called white man to do this. But notice Yahweh Shai said that there will be earthquakes, man, and pestilences in diverse places. The earth itself is sick. Hey, the scripture will tell you, man, you know, the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. You got the wicked ruling, so guess what? The earth is in a wicked vibration, right? Under a wicked vibration. The earth itself is not wicked, of course, but it's under a wicked vibration. And we got to come back as Israel through Yahweh Shai's spirit when he returns and bring it back to a righteous manifestation, man. But hey, man, people are catching hell out here. They really are. Even on the topic of these hurricanes and earthquakes, spiritual, there's a video, funny enough as well, there's a video coming out called Geostorm. Well, a movie, so like, coming out later this year, and it's basically the elites telling you about HAARP, man. You know, I'm gonna play the trailer for brothers and let you watch this.
Skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself,
Brothers in the know already know.
Something about this place. Something very palpable.
Brothers in the
Senate committee will now hear from Jacob Lawson, Climate ISS Chief Coordinator. May the record reflect that he was nearly 1 hour late.
Yeah, sorry about that. I literally had to fly in from outer space. Thanks to a system of satellites, natural disasters have become a thing of the past. We can control our weather. Mr. President, one of our thermospheric satellites malfunctioned over Afghanistan. So your proposal is what?
We shut down all satellites.
I don't need to remind all of you how many people died from catastrophic climate conditions.
Make sure there's no further incidents.
I'm gonna stop it there, man. The movie is called Geostorm. You can watch the trailers. But what does that show you, man? The so-called white man has the technology out there. That's why he's putting it in his movies, man. These movies, a lot of the time, are secret code for the ones in the know, man. You know, the knowing, to understand, man, to communicate their secret messages. Whether it be the cartoons, the new blockbuster movie, whatever the hell have you. The average peon will just go and watch that and think that it's just about, you know, what they could do if they control the weather. But hey, they already did that, man. For years, man, they've been controlling the weather, causing all sorts of earthquakes, so-called, unnatural disasters, I'm going to refer to them as. This man thinks of himself as God. He's literally trying to emulate the Most High. He's trying to control the weather. He's trying to control gender. He's trying to control sex in itself. That's why the scriptures in 2 Thessalonians tells you, man, the 2nd chapter, that he himself puts himself in the temple of the Most High, thinking that he is the Most High, man. Because this so-called white man, thinks that he's the Most High. But he's not going to deceive the very elect. And first and foremost, he's not going to overwhelm us, because we, Lord willing, Yahweh, Azar, got the Most High and his Son Spirit within us. That's why we're able to come out here and push these videos and inform brothers, man. That weather control technology is out there. They got all kind of shit, man. That's been out there for years. Ages, man. These so-called natural disasters, they send them at places they want to, man. There's been so many earthquakes, so many hurricanes, man. I'm telling you, man. You think those South Americans are suffering just by the sake of it? Obviously, the Most High could have sent it himself, but he could have also put it in the spirit of Esau to do that, man. And hey, man, looking at some of these earthquakes, I know some of them are down to HAARP, the white man's weather technology. And if you don't know about HAARP, do the research, man. 2 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter and the 11th verse reads, lest Satan should get an advantage over us. And Satan means adversary, yeah? It says, for we are not ignorant of Satan, of his devices. We're not ignorant of the white man's capabilities, the so-called white man being Esau. We're not ignorant over the fact that his blessing was the sword. And although, the sword has now evolved to the gun, the bomb, etc., it's evolved further than that, man. Now he's got weapons like in the form of like HAARP, his weather technology. He's got all sorts of means in order to get at Jake, man, and get at the nations. But Yahweh is going to redeem us, man, out of this. We're coming against a man that's literally got biological weapons, weapons to control the weather. He can literally decimate your entire body. He studied the anatomy of the body, and he knows what makes Jake tick. He knows our mental state. That's why he's able to push this wicked hip-hop and that wicked vibration, because he knows our people are going to go into the left-hand side with that. This white man has studied Jake to the core, man. The scripture says that he is wiser than Daniel, man. He knows wickedness, man. He specializes in wickedness. Malachi, the 1st chapter and the 4th verse, tells you that Esau is the border of wickedness, man. Wherever he goes, he'll spread wickedness. But guess what? Yahweh Shai, man, will redeem us. And that's the beautiful thing about all of this. It goes into say in Daniel 8:25, and through his policy, you can apply this to Esau. Through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And is this so-called white man not doing that, man? His whole entire society is based on wickedness. But it's all good, because Yahweh has got his card, man, and it's only a matter of time until he gets caught. He shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without a hand. You see, they've also got something called a Star Wars program, where they believe that when Yahweh returns, and they know the Lord's going to return, they believe they're going to stand up and fight against the Lord. But Yahweh is going to thrash them, man. Yahweh shall reign supreme, and he's put the vain imagination in these elites' minds that they can actually win against him. But it's all beautiful, because one thing you have to understand is that this is the Lord's script. Deuteronomy 32 and 39 tells you the Most High kills and he maketh alive, man. He controls both the good and the bad. He's made the good and the wicked for the day of evil, like Proverbs 16 and 4 will tell you. So in short, the Most High is allowing the wickedness to happen on this earth, so he's got even more of a viable reason to totally decimate Esau from the face of existence, man. Hey, these wicked elites, man, they're behind a lot of shit. They're behind the poverty. They're behind even natural disasters. They're behind certain diseases like Ebola, HIV, and AIDS. But guess what, man? Yahweh has put it in their hands to wreak their havoc, so that when he comes, man, there shall be no mercy shown, no prisoners, man. After that 1,000 years, Esau is going to go into total... man, after that slavery, man, there ain't going to be no more Edomites, man. And that's a beautiful thing. Because without Esau, we wouldn't have the problems we have on earth now. No other nation has put the woman above the man like it is in the society. No other nation on earth allows homosexuality to run as rampant as it is now. Not even the ancient Canaanites. Even though they were the first initial faggots, man. Esau's taking it to a whole nother level. No other nation, man, would allow, the elites of their people to live good and everyone else to just be bummy and live shitty. You know, no other nation of people, man, would literally try and control the weather and defy the Most High himself. You know, even all the other nations, man, had some sort of respect for the Most High because they knew, man, they knew what he was dealing with. But these Edomites, man, they think that they're gonna overcome the Most High. It's all good though, man. Yahweh Shai has got your card. Really, this sit down was more of a commentary, you know, just in a few various topics, you know, just in the spirit. And I hope at least that, you know, something was garnered from this. Brothers, watch that video, man. Geostorm is the new trailer coming out for a new movie based on HAARP, man. Do your research on HAARP if you still don't know about it, man. Because the white man, so-called white man's out here, man, manipulating everything. He's manipulating the minds of the people, manipulating the weather, the water we drink, the air, everything. He's trying to literally make himself the Most High. He's trying to take it to a level where he can deprive you of rain. He can send a hurricane down to your district. He can make the earthquake where you live. Hey, he's trying to be the Most High. But hey, who is a man to answer to the Lord, man? Yahweh Shai has got your card, man. Esau's gonna go down in history as the nation that epitomizes why you do not mess with Yahweh Shai or try to emulate him. And I'm gonna leave it there, man. Shalom.